Michael, let's go to the hotline. And let's bring in our guest here on Big Guest Thursday. We go to Austin to talk with the quarterback of the state champion, Austin Westlake Chaparrals, and the Clemson commit. We were joined by Cade Klubnik. Cade, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Doing excellent. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you hopping on with us.
Of course.
I've got a lot of questions for you, but I guess my first and foremost is I don't know, what are you doing this time of year?
So right now we're right in the middle of our spring football. So we're practicing 4 days a week and full pads, and we scrimmage 1 day a week, and then we have our spring game next week. So just kind of going through the basics and building up the young guys, teaching them our core and what we're about, and but yeah, yes sir.
You're a guy who you were part of that 2019 state championship team. Then you were the quarterback last year, guiding Westlake to the state championship. Again, you're a Clemson commit. It seems like you got a lot of things going for you right now. What are you working on in this offseason to improve for your senior year and then eventually off to the next level?
Yeah. I mean, there's tons of things that I can always be working on as with anybody can. But I would say two of the biggest things I'm working on is just efficiency in my mechanics and in my throwing form right now. It's just, speed of the ball when it comes off my hand. And that's definitely a huge one. And then another one is just learning defenses better than anything. And just knowing the game. And, I have a fantastic head coach who's our quarterback coach, Todd Dodge. And he's taught me the game probably more than anybody. But really just in this offseason, I'm just looking back. We had a great season last year with a great team, undefeated season. But we still made a lot of mistakes last year, and going back and looking at all those and seeing what we can do better, and just not being satisfied with last year, and just critiquing all the little things. So yeah.
Talking with Cade Klubnik, the Westlake quarterback here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. You mentioned last year, of course, it was a remarkable run to a state championship, and I think a lot of people focus on that last game where you beat South Lake Carroll for the title. But I want to go back the week before and talk about that semifinal game with North Shore. I think there's a lot of people around the state and around the country who think those might have been the two best teams in the state, if not the nation. You're going up against this outstanding North Shore defense, the two-time defending state champs, and you guys go out there and put on a show. What do you remember most about that game, that state semifinal game against North Shore? What stands out to you?
Oh man, there's a lot of things that I remember from that game. It's hard to put into just one sentence because there was just so many emotions and so much into that game.
Let me just ask you this.
Whole week leading up to it, everybody was thinking we were the underdog.
Yeah, I think myself included. I think that there was a lot of people who look at this and say they're the two-time defending champs. They're the team that has looked so dominant. Of course, you guys were defending champs as well. Was there a chip on your shoulder mentality going to that game?
We not for one doubt. Just we knew who we were, and we didn't care what other people said, and we didn't care who we were playing. Not saying that in a cocky way. We're just very confident in what we've done all year. And a lot of people were like, okay, this Westlake's doing really good this year, but wait till they actually play somebody. And we're like, all right, I think we've played a lot of good teams. Our preseason schedule, we played Waco Midway, and they're normally a 4th or 5th rounder team. And we played really good against them, and then we finally got a shot. When we played North Shore, and we just played like us. We didn't change who we were. We just stood grounded and just played like us. We played for each other, and yeah, I mean it was definitely one of the, I think, if not the craziest game I've ever played in. When it just comes to not even played in, but just been in. And been to. If I was a fan at that game, it would still be the craziest game I've ever been to. And I got to play in it, and it was crazy. It was so fun, and I mean, it was just remarkable.
I
It
can
was so fun.
I can certainly appricate that as somebody who did watch that game. I was like, this is pretty great.
Yeah, we were going
I
crazy just
can't
watching
even imagine being part of it. I want to give you an opportunity to talk about a couple of your teammates, and specifically, we don't give enough love to the big boys up front. They're making it happen. And you guys got an outstanding offensive line last year. You got a bunch of guys back like Connor Robertson, Bray Lynch, Jack Griffin. Can you talk a little bit about the connection you guys have? I know every quarterback says that their offensive line is important, but it sure seems like you guys feel like a real unit out there.
Yeah. My offensive line are some of my best friends, without a doubt. Those are some of my best buddies, but we without a doubt have the best offensive line in the state, and it's going to be the same way next year. Those dudes are just ruthless, but so connected with each other that they know everything that's going on all the time. You know, they're so encouraging of each other, and they're so uplifting to, like, everybody's going to make a mistake on the field. You know, like, nobody's going to play a perfect game. So, like, you know, if Jack misses a block, Bray and Connor right there to pick him up. And but they're just such hard workers too. You know, they're pushing each other too. When it comes to one-on-ones and stuff, they're just not one to lose the other guys. So they're so competitive within each other. But we're also, you know, we're returning really 3.5 starters on offensive line, and to have both your tackles and your center, that never happens. Just those are your guys right there. Your center, that's your quarterback of the offensive line, and then, you know, to have both your tackles, that's huge. And especially guys like Connor and Bray, who are just such beasts, you know. And then, you know, we're gonna have Michael McKelvey start next year at left guard. He's gotten a ton of reps since sophomore year. So he, you know, to us on our football team, he's a veteran, and he's a guy that's just had so much experience that it's not something we need to teach the offense to, and to just like rebuild. He's a guy that's teaching the young ones. So that's going to be huge. And then we have Colin Attenstad, who's going to be playing, or actually it's not official yet, but we're going to figure out a right guard, but it's going to be good. So we're going to have a great O-line again.
Most certainly. You know, another guy that I think kind of jumps off the page to people when they think about the Westlake offense is Jaden Greathouse. This is a guy who the first freshman in Westlake history to ever start. And
play
on varsity. You know, you're the guy who sees him every day in practice. What is it about Jaden Greathouse, you know, and that makes him special? What's it like to look over to your left, to your right, and see a guy like that playing with you?
Yeah, so me and Jaden go way back. I've been playing on pretty much. He's in the grade below me, but I've been pretty much playing on every team since I was in like 5th grade with him. So he's been, you know, one of my best buddies for almost my whole life. But here's the thing about Jaden is, if you like 9 out of 10 freshman All-Americans that start on varsity at Westlake High School and win the state championship game, they're going to get the hottest head in the whole world and just seem like the cool guy, right? Jaden works harder than anybody I know, without a doubt. He just is always working. He's just always working, like every single day, and just working all the little things. And like, even in these few months between the state championship game versus South Lake Carroll and now, he's already so much better. And it's been that close. Like, he was already so good, and now he's even so much better. Like, it's crazy. Like, the dude just keeps getting better, and like, I don't even know. He's gonna be a freak in college. Like, it's nuts, you know. So hopefully he comes to be a Tiger with me, but that'd be awesome.
Well,
I would love to have that.
That's actually a good segue there. Is you know, you are a Clemson commit. You're commit to go play for the Tigers. And look, I don't think it's any secret. You had offers from all over the place. Offers to go play. Yeah. You had your pick of the litter. Why Clemson? Why was that the right choice for you?
Yeah. So first off, I mean, I could just talk about this all day, you know.
We're an internet show. We don't have commercials.
Coach Sweeney is he's the perfect head coach for me. And my family and what I stand for. He's the perfect head coach. He's somebody that I really feel like has been put in that position to coach me, but not even just to coach, but just to be a part of my life. And I'm just super thankful for that. So just to have that, and then every single coach. I mean, if I'm going through a rough time, like, boom, I got 4 calls. It's on my phone, and they're all checking in on me. I mean, they're just so like want to be a part of your life and want to be more than a football coach that it's unlike anything. It truly reminds me a lot about our high school coaches. But then just everything about it, when it comes to consistency of a winning football program, amazing facilities, beautiful campus, beautiful surrounding, just everything about it. The people there. I mean, you step on campus, and I didn't even get to meet the coaches when the first time I went. And I remember Coach Streeter, the quarterback coach, he just told me, I know you don't get to talk to anybody, but just try to go talk to as many strangers as you can and just see what it's really like here. And I did. Like, I really just tried to go talk to as many random students, workers, literally anybody I could. And there's just, I just couldn't find, it's just the best possible people on earth. And it just felt like family. It felt like home. And I'm just so excited to be there. I'm so excited for June 11th when I get to get up there and just be there again. I'm just really excited. So,
Cade Klubnik of Westlake joined us here on Texas Football Today. One last question for you. See if we can start some controversy. Last year, you guys did not get to play Lake Travis. You were scheduled to play in the regular season. That game did not happen because of COVID-19 protocols. You guys looked like you were on a collision course to play in the playoffs. They get upset in the first round by Round Rock. You guys go on to the state championship. Is there an extra little bit of juice this year in the Battle of the Lakes, considering it's now going to be 2 years since you guys have seen one another?
So sophomore year, I was backup and rotating. Okay. Starter gets hurt. I come in the fourth quarter. I did pretty good. We scored 2 touchdowns. End up driving down the field and losing on a field goal that we missed. Shouldn't come down to the kicker in the first place. It was a 45-yard field goal into the wind. But that's been grinding in me since then. So you're gonna see a different juice come out for that game. I'll tell you that. That's gonna be my last growing up in Westlake. That's gonna be my last home game, and that's gonna be a fun one. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm probably gonna put more hours in film and anything I've ever done in that week than I'll ever do in my whole life. So
let's go.
I kind of figured that would be the case. He's Cade Klubnik. He's the quarterback for the Austin Westlake Chaparrals and the Clemson commit. Cade, really appreciate your time. Congratulations again on such a fantastic 2020 season, and can't wait to see what you do this year.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
There he goes. Cade Klubnik, quarterback for the Austin Westlake Chaparrals, joining us here on Big Guest Thursday here on Texas Football Today. Good kid.
Dude, that got me. Hearing him even talk about that Lake Travis game got me pumped.
Good quarterback.